What's up, I'm Troubleshoot. In my previous Fallout London video, I took you through downloading and setting up Fallout London using the manual method of downloading all of the individual depots to downgrade Fallout 4 and of course, installing the mod manually. Simply because the Downgrader for some reason has issues with Steam accounts with Steam Guard or 2-factor. In this quick video, I'll show you the workaround for it, so let's go ahead and downgrade Fallout 4 and install Fallout London. In the description down below, you'll find a link to the official Fallout 4 London release page. Here, you'll find links to download the mod and of course, steps to downgrade Fallout 4 to a compatible version. If you'd like to do this manually using all of these over here, you'll find a link to a video guide in the description down below. This one will use the automatic downgrader, though keep in mind you will be required to log in using Steam in that launcher. If you don't trust it, click the link down below and do it yourself manually. No extra sign-ins required. Okay, so first of all, downgrading Fallout 4. This is only necessary if you own Fallout 4 on Steam and it's currently at the latest version. If you choose to buy Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition or Fallout 4 with all of the DLCs on Good Old Games, GOG.com, you'll be able to simply just one-click install Fallout London for Fallout 4 on that platform. If you have it on Steam, you'll need to downgrade it using these steps. In the description down below, you'll find a link to the Fallout London Downgrader. This should be up to date, and you can download it by clicking the Files tab over here, followed by downloading the latest version by choosing Manual Download. Also, you can manually download the Fallout London Downgrader and add-ons from the description page over here. It'll downgrade your game and install a couple of recommended mods that should help improve how your game feels. This is what I would recommend. So, I'll be downloading Fallout London Downgrader and add-ons by choosing this option here. Then we'll slow download, and in order to actually download from Nexus Mods, you'll need to have a free account here as well. If you don't want it with any add-ons, you can download the plain normal version over here as well, which should just downgrade Fallout 4 for you. Also, at the very bottom, you'll find a widescreen fix, which I'll go through later on. When it's done downloading, open it up and extract it in your downloads folder. This full-on add-on package has the Downgrader as well as the rest of the mods linked down here. I'll open the Downgrader folder here, and this is what you'll have if you just download the normal Downgrader. We'll open up full-on downgrader.exe, a window will pop up, and shortly after, this little interface. We need to point the Downgrader to our existing Fallout 4 installation. In Steam, right-click Fallout 4, hover over Manage, and choose Browse Local Files. Then, right-click up here at the very top and choose Copy Address. Then, inside of the Downgrader, click the folder icon, select the text at the very top and paste it in. Hit enter and now click Select Folder. At this point, everything should be ready. We'll click Continue and now you'll be asked to sign into Steam so that this program and Depot Downloader can download older versions of Fallout 4 and all of the DLC required for this mod to work properly. Again, if you're not comfortable signing in here, you'll find a link to manually download all of these in the description down below, or you can follow the text guide here. So I'll go ahead and sign in. Just note you will need to own Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition or Fallout 4 with all of the DLCs. After I click Log into Steam, you'll see some text moving in the background here, and you may be prompted to approve the login on your mobile authenticator app, or you'll see something like this. If you're like me and it's asking you for a code, yet you can't type here, you'll need to close this program and the Downgrader. Then, inside of the same folder where you have the Downgrader exe, you'll find a new folder called Full-on Downgrader Files. Inside of here, followed by Steam Files, you'll have Depot Downloader. Click the very top up here, select the text, and type in CMD. Hit Enter, and now this window will pop up. In the description down below, you'll find a line of text. In the description down below, you'll find this line of text, which says Depot Downloader username hyphen password, remember password, app, and depot. We'll use the arrow keys to go back, and we'll replace this password over here with our actual password, and the username here with our actual username as well. Then hit enter. After you do so, it'll start connecting to Steam, and you'll see the same prompt. This time you can actually type in here. So I'll enter my Steam Guard code, hit enter, and we should have been successfully signed in. Close this window at this point as soon as you see text moving, and head back 2 folders so we can launch the Downgrader once more. This time, it should remember your Fallout 4 folder. We can continue, and we can enter our username and password here once more. When you click Log into Steam, it should successfully log in this time. There we go. Now, you'll see Downgrade Fallout 4. This will take a long time. Click this, and all of the required packages, the older versions of Fallout 4 and all of the DLCs will be downloaded through Steam. Just keep in mind, there are thousands of people doing this at the same time. so downloads may be a little bit slower than usual. If it gets stuck on Depot 1 out of 7 for quite some time, you'll just need to hang around and wait. You can keep your eyes on this background window as it scrolls just to see all of the files changing. And there we go. Now that it's done downgrading, we can finish in the installer here, and there's only a few more things we need to do. First of all, we need to prevent Steam from updating Fallout 4. To do so, right-click it in Steam, hover over Manage, and choose Browse Local Files. Then head back 2 folders to Steam Apps, and we'll be finding app manifest _377160. This is Fallout. Right-click this, choose Properties, and in here, tick Read Only, followed by Apply and OK. Now, Steam won't be able to update Fallout 4. So, now that it's downgraded, we can continue with the installation. In this add-on folder, there are these add-ons, but you should only install them after installing the actual Fallout London mod. So we'll leave this to the side for now. To download and install Fallout London, head across to the GOG or Good Old Games page in the description down below and choose Go to Giveaway. Then scroll down and you should see somewhere the Fallout London logo as well as Add to Library. Click that and you should be able to download it then. This is just a temporary promotion to get it to the front page of Good Old Games. In the future, it's likely just going to be a Add to Library or Get for Free button somewhere here. Anyways, once you've added it to your library, you can go to your library and you'll see a page like this. Click Fallout London, then scroll down and you can either download all of the files manually like I did in my previous video, or you can use GOG Galaxy, the Good Old Games launcher, in order to download everything for you. If you'd like to do it the manual way, you can find it in the description down below, but as this is a more automatic guide, I'll be using GOG Galaxy. So we'll download and install now. Save the file and open it, and you'll see this. This is downloading and installing GOG Galaxy, where it should install the Good Old Games launcher, and shortly after, it should open up. For some reason, I got an error there, but I can still manually open GOG Galaxy and sign in. On the Discover tab at the very top, you can claim Fallout London if you haven't already, add it to your library. You should be able to then find it under your Games section on the far left. Otherwise, choose Go to My Library, choose Fallout London, and you should be able to install it right over here. When we choose to install it using GOG Galaxy, it's still going to download all of the required files and it'll put them into this folder. You can move it somewhere else if you wish. This is just the installer. So I'll create a desktop shortcut and install it. And now we'll need to wait for around 30 gigs to be downloaded. We can click Downloads to view the progress and wait for it to finish. This is going to take quite some time, especially because there's so many people downloading Fallout London right now. And there we go. It's now done downloading. If we click play here, it'll open up the Fallout London installer. You can also get here by heading to Installed Games, finding Fallout London, right-clicking, choosing Manage Installation, and Show Folder. This is the same folder that we downloaded and set up manually in the previous video. Everything from the installer to the data folder, which you can use if you want to install it using a mod manager. Anyways, for now, as I have a fresh install of Fallout 4, we'll be using the normal installer here. We've already downgraded it, so we'll choose Install, then we'll go Change a Location, and we'll need to select where Fallout is installed. In my case, it's A, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, followed by Fallout 4. Then we'll choose Install here. If you don't know where it is, once again, in Steam, right-click Fallout 4, Manage, and Browse Local Files. We'll click Install, and now Fallout London will be set up for your downgraded Fallout 4 installation. This could take quite some time to unpack and install. And there we go. At this point, you can click Play in order to launch Fallout London, as we did in the previous video. So here's the same intro, the main menu. We can continue our previous save, but of course, if this is your first time playing Fallout London, you will need to create a brand new save game, as it's completely different from Fallout 4. And there we go, we're back in Fallout London. So if you'd like to get the ultra-wide mod working, or any of the other mods that I touched on, you'll find a link in the description down below to a separate video that shows you how to set them up. As from here, we're at the same spot as the manual installation video. I would include them here, but it's just gone on a little bit too long, so hopefully you found this video useful. Thank you for watching, and mine has been Troubleshoot. Mind the gap. I'll see you all next time. Ciao.